Hi everybody, we're live at New Image College today. Good to see everybody. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and ring the bell so you get all of our notifications. We send out notifications all the time. We want to make sure that you don't miss out on anything. So today we are going to go over our body care final exam questions, our study guide questions. Everybody got the study guide in your folders last week from Anna. So I'm assuming everybody's been working on them. Everyone's actually been really good about sending in all your assignments and your quizzes and tests. So thank you for that. So I'll give you a minute to find your body care final review. The exam's coming up soon. You guys are going to be graduating soon. That's awesome and exciting. And we want to make sure that you have all the correct answers. I'll go through all the answers with you now, and you guys just follow along, and then we'll have question answers at the end. You guys can type in all your questions, and if you haven't finished your study package, you have all night to do that today, and then tomorrow during the Zoom, we can get into more question answers that we couldn't address today, okay? Perfect. Okay. So I'll start, and we will go through the whole review package. So historically, what did the following groups of people use for hair removal? The late Egyptians, Greeks and Romans, the Native Americans, and the Turks. So the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans used a pumice stone to rub away hair. Native Americans used seashells and stones to pluck out hair, and the Turks used a chemical method like Nair or Neat, same kind of method we use today. Define trichology. Trichology is the study of hair and its diseases. Trichos is the Greek word for hair. What protein is hair made from, and where is it produced? It's made from a hard protein called keratin, and it is produced in the hair follicle. How much hair a person has is determined by genetics. 4 places on the body that hair does not grow: palms of hands, soles of feet, lips, eyelids. Define lanugo and vellus. Lanugo is baby soft hair or fetus hair, and vellus is soft downy hair on adults. So like the soft hair on the forehead or the stomach or the back. What atoms make up hair, skin, and nails? So remember chons: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. Name and describe the 3 stages of hair growth. So we've got anagen, catagen, and telogen. So anagen, you need to know, is the first stage. Catagen is the transitional stage, the second stage. And telogen is the last stage or the final resting stage. You do need to know that in the first stage, anagen stage, it lasts 2 to 6 years. Catagen, 2 to 3 weeks. And telogen, about 100 days. How can the state of hair indicate the body's health? If you have really strong, shiny hair, really thick hair, obviously that's a sign of being internally healthy. And when your hair is really thin and brittle and it breaks and it has an uneven appearance, then that can be an indication of poor health. Describe elliptical and round regarding the shape of the hair. So when the actual follicle of the hair shaft is round, when the cells are round, the hair is straight. When the cells are elliptical, the hair is kinky or curly. Define hypertrichosis and list 3 factors that can affect this disease. Hypertrichosis is just excessive hair growth where hair normally doesn't grow. So pregnancy can cause hair growth, certain diseases and drugs, stress and menopause, hormones. Hirsutism is just excessive hair growth on the face, arms, and legs. So having excessive hair growth or a lot of hair on certain people is a genetic thing. It's totally normal. What does hair protect the body from? The hair protects the body from UV rays. It actually reflects UV light, and from dust, dirt, and pollutants. Explain permanent and temporary hair removal and give 2 examples of each. So temporary means you need repeat treatments. You're not destroying the papilla of hair, so waxing, shaving, threading, the hair will always grow back. With permanent hair removal, the papilla of the hair, basically below the root, is completely destroyed or cauterized. That means you completely cauterize or destroy the blood source. So the capillary that feeds the hair is now completely destroyed, so the hair cannot grow. Okay, so laser and electrolysis are the only permanent hair removal options. Define epilation. Epilation and depilation. Epilation removes hair by breaking contact between the bulb and the papilla. So basically epilation is pulling the hair out at the root, and depilation is removing hair at the skin's level. So shaving, what else? And laser. Laser, even though it destroys the entire hair underneath the skin, because it's applied topically to the surface of the skin, laser is considered depilation as well. Explain the difference between hard wax and soft wax. All you need to know is that hard wax does not use strips and soft wax uses strips to remove the hair. What 3 things must be done before applying wax on the skin? So you need to test the wax, make sure the wax temperature is not too hot. Cleanse the skin or area to be waxed. And make sure you apply a barrier. You can have a barrier of oil or a barrier of powder. 5 contraindications to waxing. There's lots of contraindications. You can't have a heat-on-heat treatment, so a sunburn is a heat burn, so definitely no waxing over sunburns. Retin-A, retinol, glycolic acid users cannot be waxed in that area or the skin will rip off. Diabetes, because the skin is very delicate. Anyone with open lesions, visible erythema and edema, and varicose veins. Varicose veins obviously more predominant in the leg area, leg and thigh area. Not only are varicose veins extremely painful, but they are a health risk. So you don't want to directly wax over a varicose vein for that reason. Definitions. So definition of a pumice stone. It's a hard stone used to exfoliate the skin. Gray hair is a physiological response in the body that turns the hair gray. Barbae folliculitis is ingrown hairs, most commonly in men's beards and necks. Sugaring is a technique using a sugar paste to gently remove hair. Pilus means hair. Azulene is a soothing blue derivative that comes from the chamomile flower. Club hair, also known as the bulb of the hair shaft. And threading is a hair removal technique using 100% cotton wool or cotton thread to remove hair. Okay. Next goes into Botox. Okay, so give the medical name for Botox and what it is produced by. So Botox we know is botulism toxin type A, and it's produced by a protein complex, Bacterium Clostridium botulinum, which contains the same toxin that causes food poisoning. Which two medical disorders was Botox approved for in 1989? Give the medical names for each. So in 1989, the medical disorders were called strabismus, which was misaligned eyes, and blepharospasm, which was uncontrollable blinking. What is the name for the sweating disorder that Botox can treat? It's called hyperhidrosis. And how does Botox work to reduce excessive sweating? When the injectable botulinum toxin type A is injected into the gland, it stops the release of the chemical messenger that signals the gland to excrete sweat. Name 6 things that microdermabrasion can correct. It can correct crow's feet, deep lines, acne, milia, blackheads, rough skin. A microdermabrasion machine consists of a suction pump and a compressor. How exactly does this process remove dead skin? The compressor blows the crystals onto the skin, sloughing off all the dead skin and uneven texture, and the suction pump sucks up all the dead skin and debris at the same time. Define laser, 2 things it can remove and what it will stimulate in the skin. Laser is a controlled burning that vaporizes all the superficial layers of the epidermis. It can correct cuperose, melasma, deep lines, wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, uneven texture. Why are darker complexions not good for laser treatments? If the laser is done incorrectly, or if the laser is done too aggressively, it can cause hypopigmentation, which means lighter spots. So basically, melanin damage. What can you do to minimize the appearance of stretch marks? You can use vitamin creams into the area. So normally you get stretch marks when you gain weight or through pregnancy. So if you know that this is happening, you can condition the skin with nourishing creams and conditioning creams beforehand to nourish the skin so when it stretches, it doesn't rip. And we know that the rips always happen in the dermis, so they're hard to get rid of. Causes of stretch marks: weight gain, pregnancy. Describe the difference between spider veins and varicose veins. Spider veins are usually blue or red, and they're close to the surface. Varicose veins are deeper, so you can't really see the color. Usually they're a dark blue, but they're really thick and cord-like and twisted, and they're deep in the skin, but they rise above because they're so big. And that's caused by venous insufficiency, weak valves. Venous insufficiency, again, is weak valves. So when the valves can't push the blood, once the heart pumps the blood, the valves go back and they kind of droop down, allowing for the pooling of the blood. Stagnant pooling blood creates blood clots, and you don't want blood clots being formed in your veins because if it dislodges, it can cause serious health risks. What is the most common treatment for spider veins and varicose veins? Sclerotherapy. That's when a saline solution is injected into the vein and it pushes through any stagnant blood, reducing the look of the red or blue vein. Define Ayurveda. Ayurveda is ancient holistic medicine. Colonic is a colon cleanse using a flushing technique with warm water. Craniosacral therapy focuses on the skull and spinal cord with pressure point movements. Fango is the Italian word for mud. Electrotherapy, the use of electricity and face and body treatments. Flotation tank is a tank full of mineral salt, usually only 1 foot high, and the person will lay down in the water and be completely buoyant because of the minerals and float effortlessly, and this induces extreme muscle relaxation. Hydrotherapy is the use of ice, steam, and water on the body. Homeopathy is a concept of using natural herbs to medicate and treat the body. Parafango, volcanic mud and paraffin mix. Iodine is a mineral found in seaweed. The Vichy shower is 5 to 10 jets overhead that rinse off the body, usually after a sea salt scrub or a mud wrap. A Scotch hose is a powerful hose that technicians use to rinse off the clients, again to rinse off salt or mud wraps. Phytotherapy are plant-based treatments. The Swiss shower has several jets at different levels in a stand-up shower. And thalassotherapy is any treatment involving the use of seaweed or seaweed products, algae. Okay, name a body treatment that contraindicates these disorders. So contraindications for different disorders, different treatments that could cause harm to different clients. So hyperthyroid, pregnancy, diabetes, high blood pressure, and cancer. So if your client has a hyperthyroid disorder, any kind of thyroid disorder, you want to stay away from cellulite wraps because of the seaweed or algae. Your pregnant clients, you want to stay away from electrotherapy. Diabetes, you want to stay away from abrasive sea salt scrubs. High blood pressure stimulates body wrap, or stay away from stimulating body wraps. And cancer, you want to stay away from all stimulating treatments. Define lymphoma. Lymphoma is lymph cancer. How does lymph circulate through the body? Through muscle movement. Unlike the blood vascular system, which has a heart that pumps all the blood throughout the body, the lymphatic system does not have a pump. So the only thing that you can do to move your lymph is move. So the more you move, the more your lymph circulates through the body, the more you detoxify, the more you pick up nutrients from the blood, and the more you drop off toxins to the lymphatic capillaries. Name 5 main lymph nodes and where they are located. So we've got axillary, which is under the arms, inguinal, which is the groin, auricular behind the ears, cervical in the neck. You have one behind the knees, behind the patella. Underarms, auricular, groin, cervical, and knee. Yeah, that's good. Give the medical name for 2 types of cellulite and describe each. So we've got the cottage cheese looking cellulite, which is paniculosis, and then you have kind of the orange peel cellulite, which is liposclerosis. What is cellulite? Cellulite is a buildup of toxins and fluids in the adipocyte cells. that makes the fat cells swell, basically. So it's an accumulation of toxins in the fat cells. Five ways you can reduce cellulite: exercise, water intake, the G5 machine, which breaks up all the fatty tissue and drains all the toxins and fluids out of the fat cells. Liposuction, obviously, is a quick fix, using cellulite creams every day, and professional treatments like cellulite wraps and massage. Why are older people more susceptible to cellulite? Older people are more susceptible to cellulite because their systems slow down, their excretory system slows down, their lymphatic system slows down, so they're more prone to toxin buildup in the cells. Their collagen and elastin breaks down, so the thickness of the skin decreases and gets thinner, so it's making that subcutaneous layer a lot more visible. Remember, don't say that older people don't exercise as much, because that's not true. What type of cellulite is painful? So remember that hard cellulite is painful to treatment and soft cellulite is painful to touch. How long does eyelash tint last? So eyelash tint lasts about 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. Name 3 precautions you must advise your client after lash tinting. You want to make sure that they don't do lash perming in the same day. They don't use a lash curler, or they don't use eye makeup remover. Okay, and make sure to stay out of any chlorinated pools. Okay. List 5 possible reasons why an eyelash tint may not work. There might be mascara on the lashes, tint was contaminated, not activated properly, or maybe not left on long enough. What do we do to protect the eyes and skin during eyelash tint? We use half moons, cotton half moons under the eye, and Vaseline as a barrier. How long is brow tint left on for? Usually 1 to 5 minutes. And how long will the color last? Usually 2 to 3 weeks. How long do we tint the lashes for? You can tint the lashes for 15 to 20 minutes. And what must you do for a first-time client being tinted? You have to do a patch test either behind the ear or on the inner arm. What do you do if the tint gets into the client's eyes? You need to remove any excess tint, and you need to do an eye flush with water. So next we're going to go into some aromatherapy. So define aromatherapy and essential oils. Aromatherapy is the inhalation and bodily application of essential oils from aromatic plants to relax, balance, and rejuvenate the body. Essential oils are extracted from different parts of the plant, including the flower, leaf, resin, bark, root, twig, seed, berry, and rind. So pretty much from the entire plant. What is the basic principle of aromatherapy? The basic principle of aromatherapy is to strengthen the self-healing process by indirectly stimulating the immune system. Okay, next page. List 3 types of aromatherapy and give examples of each. So cosmetic aromatherapy, used in facial, skincare, body care, shampoos, body sprays, Massage aromatherapy obviously is pure essential oil used for full body massage treatments. And olfactory is the use of aromatherapy for release into the air so you can breathe it in. Essential oils must be diluted in carrier oil or water. And either stimulation or sedation of body systems or organs can occur with aromatherapy. Name 7 contraindications of aromatherapy. Any systemic diseases, cancer, diabetes, all require a doctor's note. Pregnancy, open wounds, infection, allergies or rashes, telangiectasia or Kuparos, high or low blood pressure, and varicose veins. List and describe 5 carrier oils. So we have sweet almond oil, which is softening and it's a medium to lightweight. Apricot oil is lightweight, great for dry skin. Avocado oil is a medium to heavyweight, very nutritious. Grapeseed oil is a lightweight, and it has a slight odor. Jojoba oil resembles the same structure as our skin's own sebum, and it has the longest shelf life. So jojoba oil is actually one of the most common, along with almond oil. Describe the following massage procedures: Swedish, deep tissue, sports, neuromuscular, and craniosacral therapy. So Swedish massage is the use of slow or deep stroking movements. Deep tissue targets chronic tension deeper in the muscle, usually using movements that go across the grain of the muscle. Sports massage is designed for pre-event and post-event, so pre-event warm-up and post-event recovery. Neuromuscular massage is when you massage and you work on the muscles to take pressure off of nerves. So sometimes you'll have pain in a certain part of the body that didn't suffer trauma from an injury, but that nerve is connected to where there's an inflamed muscle that needs to be worked on. And then craniosacral therapy. So again, that's gentle pressure on the skull and spinal cord. In your own words, describe the benefits of stone therapy massage. Heated stones are used to massage the body for deep relaxation of mind, body, and spirit. Okay, now we're going to get into some nutrition. So, 3 main food groups: proteins, carbs, and fats. Describe antioxidants and free radicals. So antioxidants are free radical scavengers. And free radicals, remember we talked about this, they're the unstable oxygen molecule that causes the aging process. So it causes issues on the inside of the body, and it also causes aging and issues on the epidermis. Name 3 types of carbohydrates and give examples for each. So we have simple sugars, which is found in table sugar, starches, which is a white odorless complex found in vegetables and grains, and fiber. Fiber is necessary for proper digestion. Give another name for saturated fats and give 2 examples. So saturated fats is a bad fat, and 2 examples would be red meat and dairy, some seafoods, some shellfish. Name 2 sources of monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats. Monounsaturated fats are nuts, olive oil, and polyunsaturated would be fish and sunflower oils. Describe trans fats. Trans fats are hydrogenated liquids that were made in a laboratory, so the oil could withstand a longer shelf life. We don't use hydrogenated oils very much anymore. They're known as trans fats. Pretty much everything you buy should be trans fat free. How many calories are in a gram of fat? 9 calories. And name the trace minerals. So we have iron, iodine, zinc, copper, chromium, fluoride, selenium, and aluminum. Name 5 macrominerals found in the body. We have calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, chlorine, and sulfur. You do need to know that calcium is required for the formation and maintenance of teeth and bones. Magnesium, required for energy release and protein synthesis. Phosphorus is used for the production of DNA. Potassium is required for energy and water balance in the body. And sodium removes CO2 and regulates water levels. Okay. Describe micronutrients and give 4 examples and how they are stored in the body. Micronutrients are fat-soluble vitamins, so A, D, E, and K, and they are stored in the liver and adipose tissue. So they can be toxic to the body if you take too much. Macronutrients are water-soluble vitamins, so B and C, and they are excreted through urine. So if you do take too much and your body doesn't need it, it'll just be excreted through your urine. Okay, now we are going into some cosmetic surgery procedures. So okay. So other names for different cosmetic surgeries. We have gynecomastia, autoplasty, tummy tuck, augmentation mammoplasty, breast lift, blepharoplasty, rhytidectomy, and nose surgery. So gynecomastia is a male breast reduction. Autoplasty is ear surgery. Tummy tuck is, augmentation mammoplasty is breast implants. Blepharoplasty is eyelid surgery. Rhytidectomy is a facelift. And nose surgery is rhinoplasty. Okay. So 5 steps to body mapping. So body mapping is when you're looking at the body before you do a service and you're looking for disorders, redness, inflammation, cellulite. So you need to do these 5 things. You need to look, touch, ask, and you have to make sure that you record all your information down. Okay, next. So easy steps to body mapping: looking, listening, recording, touching, asking. And then there are things that we need to look for, which I just talked about. Swelling, rashes, cellulite, redness, bloating. Why do we ask our client to rate their stress level before a massage treatment? If you go in too hard on somebody that's come in for a relaxation massage and they're really tense, you could actually cause muscle trauma and cause injury to the client. So if you have somebody that says they have, out of 0 to 10, they have 10 being the highest stress level, you want to make sure that you start your massage really gentle without too much pressure. And then midway, you can start applying more pressure as you go on. How can body mapping become a basis for prescriptive selling? You want to always make sure you body map, because if someone has cellulite, you can recommend products. If somebody's bloated and needs a slimming cream, you can recommend that. If someone has really dry skin, you know exactly what products to recommend and send them home with. So body mapping is extremely important, not just for the face, but for the entire body. Give another name for energy. So you can call energy mojo, ki, chi, inner child. How long has stone therapy been around for, and what 3 things are believed to be treated according to Chinese medicine? So stone therapy has been around for over 5,000 years, and Chinese practitioners believe in the connection between mind, body, and spirit. How deep can hot stone massage penetrate in the skin? 1.5 inches into the superficial layers of the skin. Name all of the chakras in order and their color and their related emotion. So you can remember this by Roy G. Biv. Red being the root, violet being the crown. So the crown is violet, it's intuition. The third eye is indigo, and it's spirituality. The voice is blue, and that's self-expression. The heart is green, and that's the ability to love. The navel is yellow, and that's your personal power. Then your sacral is orange, and that's your sexual energy. And then the root is red, and that is the sense of knowing you belong, so feeling grounded. What 4 types of stones can be used for stone therapy and their benefit? So different stones retain heat differently. A basalt stone is known as a lava rock. So a lava rock is really dark and dense. It doesn't have very many holes in it, so it retains heat very well. Sedimentary stones are river rocks. They're very speckled, lighter in color. They're very porous, so they don't retain heat that well. So you can use them for warm or cold. Marble stones are really good for retaining cold. And crystals or semi-precious stones are really good for retaining energy if you do energy work and you want to incorporate that into your massage. Why do we start our client face down in a massage? We always want to start the client face down in a massage first, because we want to focus on the stress point, which is the trapezius muscles and the thoracic area, mid-back. And we want to end the massage with the client face up, giving the client the chance to drain their sinuses so they don't wake up or get up with a headache from all the sinus pressure. Where do the coin-shaped stones go during a hot stone massage, and how many are used? We use the little coin-shaped stones in a stone massage in between the toes. So we need 4 on one foot and 4 on the other, so 8 total. Where is the largest stone placed during a hot stone massage? On the sacral area, which is on the tailbone on the back, and the sacral, just below the navel on the front. And why do we advise our clients to arrive 15 minutes early for a body service? If they're new, they need to fill out a client consultation form, and they might need to use the washroom. All of these body treatments are very highly detoxifying, so it's nice if they can use the washroom first, drink some water, fill out their client consultation form. Maybe they need to change and get into their robe. We need time to do that. Body wraps remineralize, hydrate, stimulate, and promote relaxation. And a Salt Glow is a body scrub that uses nuts, sugar, coffee grounds, walnut husk, and different enzymes. And the two different enzymes that you can use from fruits come from, same as in skincare, papaya and pineapple. So papaya is papain and pineapple is bromelain. You can also add lemon rind and lemon to your body scrubs. Really nice and refreshing. Now the difference between a Salt Glow and a body scrub is they pretty much do the same thing, but a Salt Glow is a lot more abrasive. So those clients that like more of an abrasive scrub, they've got a thicker skin, they like the Salt Glow. And same thing, you can add papaya, pineapple, or lemon to your salt. Also in a body polish, you can add, I think I said walnut husk, sugar, coffee. You can use oats and grains, flaxseed. Okay. So hydrotherapy is the use of ice, steam, and water in spa treatments. Reflexology is based on the theory that there is an invisible map on the feet and the hands that correspond to different organs and muscles in the body. So when you manipulate these nerve endings, these reflex points, whatever they're corresponding to, you can actually stimulate blood and oxygen, which heals. It's a simple concept. It works. Blood heals, oxygen heals. So with simple movements, you can induce the body to heal itself, basically. Another name for backup of toxins. Backup of toxins looks like pimples, bloating, puffy eyes, cellulite. It's called autointoxication. How long do we wrap the body during a treatment? During a wrap, we usually wrap the body for 15 to 20 minutes. Name 2 other methods to exfoliate the body besides a scrub. So if you don't have a scrub and you don't have sea salt, you can use the hand mitts, the exfoliating mitts, and dry brush. Describe DHA, the medical term, and how it works. DHA is known as dihydroxyacetone. It is a colorless compound. It is a 3-carbon sugar molecule, and it's created by raw sugarcane fermentation with glycerin. So DHA is it should be the main ingredient in self-tanners that make you look darker or make you look like you've just come back from Hawaii. You want to make sure that you have the dihydroxyacetone in your products because that works with the enzymes that creates the tan. It's completely topical. It only reacts with the superficial layers of the skin, so it's pretty much safe for everybody. What needs to be done first before applying self-tanner on the body? You need to exfoliate the body, and then you need to apply moisturizer on the knobbly bits, so on the joints basically. Hands, wrists, elbow, knees, ankles, feet. Name 3 places algae grows. It grows in forests, salt water, and fresh water. 3 benefits of seaweed. Seaweed helps break down fat cells. It breaks down fat that's trapped. It stimulates the body metabolism and cellular metabolism, which helps eliminate wastes and toxins from the body. It remineralizes the skin, lots of minerals, and it cleanses the skin. Name 4 basic types of algae and the color. So Chlorophyta is green, and you need to know that it comes from lichen moss and sea lettuce. Cyanophyta is blue-green, and it comes from spirulina. Phaeophyta is brown, and it comes from sea kelp. And Rhodophyta is red, and it comes from Irish moss. The most important ingredients found in clay are magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Why do we avoid storing clay in metal containers? Metal will draw out minerals. So if you're storing mineral-rich clay or seaweed, the actual container will draw those minerals out. So you want to keep it in a plastic container. Three sources of clay and mud are soil, peat bogs, moor mud, glacial basins, hot springs, and marine sediments. Give other names for kaolin, green clay, common cosmetic clay, and calcium bentonite. Kaolin is white clay, known as china clay. Green clay is chlorite or elite. Common cosmetic clay is bentonite. And calcium bentonite is also known as Fuller's earth. Sodium bentonite absorbs water and swells, and calcium bentonite absorbs oil and does not swell. That is all. So make sure that you fill out all the answers in your study package. And then I want to see these in your folders online. Make sure you complete them. We're going to be doing our final written soon, you guys. So make sure you have everything filled out and make sure I answer any questions that you have. We'll open it up now to questions. So feel free to ask me any questions. Let's see who's here. And again, you guys, if we don't get to answer any of your questions today, I can answer them tomorrow during the Zoom, same time as last time, okay? So we'll just wait a few minutes. No questions right now? Okay. Let's finish up then for today, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like us, and make sure and click the bell, get all of our notifications, and have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.